Hey everyone, it's Adam Farkas. I'm here in Orlando at the AAO annual meeting and I have Dr. Paul Super with me. How's it going, Paul?
Great to see you, Adam.
And I wanted to talk to you about a topic that people are nervous about. So telehealth, telemedicine, right? And I know you're an expert in this and you've implemented it in your own office. So for an average OD in the office, what would they use telemedicine for? Can you give us like a little case study?
Telehealth is fabulous. And so I utilize the platform to actually help my first-line contact lens wearers.
Right.
So I fitted them with a lens, and as soon as I've completed my exam, I subsequently take a photograph of them and ask them to download the app. Inevitably what happens, I say, please, by the time you get home, since you're taking lenses out, I'd like you to take a photograph and send it to us.
Right.
And our app allows us to have 3 different inputs. So you can talk into it, you can videotape it, or you can text. And so they've now taken a photograph of themselves. I can see how the lens physically fits. But inevitably, new patients have a tough time removing or handling lenses.
Sure.
So they now have somebody to handhold them through that particular scenario. So that's really in a simple case scenario. I'm enhancing my communication with them.
Right.
I live in Los Angeles. On a bad day or on a good day when there's a full moon and the traffic is bad,
Right.
a 3-mile commute could last easily an hour. That affords patients not to take time out of their schedule, but to be more time effective and efficient in being able to get care if they need it.
And what do you say to people who think telemedicine is going to ruin my practice? It's going to push my patients away, because that is obviously the fear, right? This is what people, when they think about it, they say like, oh no, I can't do that.
The answer is absolutely not, because it's actually enhancing the relationship. And if you start looking at what consumers as well as patients are driving, this has been driven more by the consumer and patients than it is from us.
Well, you know what's fascinating too is you're sort of short-circuiting the desire of patients to go elsewhere, because as they're leaving, you say install our app.
Yes.
Don't just randomly go out to the internet and you know, you're actually taking control of the relationship. And I think that's something that a lot of people overlook, that you have to do this because no one's going to do it for you, right?
It solidifies the relationship. I think of it as within the context of trying to find mates and the dating apps. At the end of the day, you can't have a real relationship through an app. Right. You have to have solidified it first. So whether the app solidified it, we've utilized this as first you meet me in the office, I build a rapport with you, and subsequently then extend the boundaries of my office. And
one last question, you know, about common things occurring commonly. What about Redeye, right? When a patient leaves the office, do you ever tell them, by the way, you have the app now, if you have a Redeye, you know, this is something that we can use, right? Because finally you don't have to come in.
The challenge that we confronted in all healthcare relates to, is this going to be a unique incident and sight-threatening, or is this garden variety issue? Related to Redeyes, and this is the extension of how our platform works, is that we have actually a validated way to check your visual acuity. It is recognizing that where we are technologically, there are limitations, and there are certain things that we don't have available to us at this point.
For now.
For now.
But looking down the road, of course.
Yes, so as things move forward because of technology, so our platform will integrate, because our IT team is phenomenal and have the ability to move it forward.
So everybody, don't get left behind, because it's going to happen and you want to be part of what's happening, right? And not just sort of standing on the sidelines.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you, Adam.